are live. Now I'm just going to give it a little minute to let the stream populate itself and test the audio as we got whiteout going off. And that's a good test to let the stream. And it looks like we got a couple people in the chat already. Local tall man, Mage AP. And it looks like we got a couple. They are in the actual race lobby itself as well, I believe. Let's switch over to someone to see what it sounds like with some engine noises in the background as well. Let's switch over. Alright, so guys, go ahead in the chat, let me know how the audio is sounding, the balance between me and the engine sounds. Hopefully it's good enough. There's not too much I can do to adjust it on my end, but I can address it before we get all the way started here. Now just get this link out and then we'll officially start here in just about 1 minute's time. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Grand Prestige League's Open Qualifying. We're here once again. This is the second lobby of the day. There's only 1 day remaining after this, too, for everyone who has registered for the league to go ahead and get their qualifying times into the history books. And then we will be determining class placements from there. And it is looking quite hotly contested at the very top of the timing charts. As this morning, I believe it was, I was sleeping because it was about 5 a.m. for me on West Coast American time, but taking a look at the updated timing tables, it looks like there were a couple of brand new fastest lap times set, which is incredibly impressive given the benchmark that was set by Viper, and just given the fact that it was Viper alone, we would expect that that would be a top time, potentially a #1 time, and that it could hold throughout the entire open quali period. Then, it seems as though Whiplash, his own teammate, has come in and beat that time. Whiplash in the chat as well, so hello to Whiplash. And a very impressive time. And then Comer as well, also beating it. I believe the top time now is a 1:49.6. which is absolutely ridiculous. Anybody who is familiar with this track and these cars, setup or no setup, knows that that is a ridiculous lap time. Also good to see some returning drivers from seasons past, such as this man here. I forget what we call him in the, I'll have to take a look. Is this Dennis? I'm not sure. This might be Dennis. He does have a Foxhound prefix in his name, so he may be returning here for Foxhound, potentially as a reserve, potentially otherwise. Whiplash in the chat could potentially enlighten us on that FH he has in his name there. The Greek driver formerly driving for the Greek team here in GPL, I believe it's called Full Throttle. They had a few teams. They had like 3 different squads in a few seasons ago here. And they were a very solid team. They had an interesting livery as well, a kind of shiny purple lightning livery. And so it's good to see some of these Greek drivers returning to the grid. In a nice Audi livery too. I did say, because this is going to be more of a chill stream, we're just watching people go ahead and set laps at their own leisure here. So a lot of what I'm going to do today is just kind of take a look at the liveries that people have on. A lot of the liveries that you will see ran today are going to be kind of one-off testing liveries or special liveries that just didn't really get the chance to see the light of day or track time action. And so I'll be highlighting a few of those. Yes, indeed. So we got Comer in the chat as well, who currently does have the #1 time in open quali. Whiteout on track though today at the moment, so we can see, like he says, potentially a person to look out for to take that top spot. As we know, Whiteout, he's definitely going to be amongst the very top times, regardless of situation and circumstance. As Whiteout does begin a lap here in this Acura livery he has, one of the nicer ones. Let's put up some more information on the screen for you guys so you can see the... Yes, just right on cue, actually. I just now saw the comment. So the times are now on the screen, as this is the most important thing that we're here to look at. You can see on the left-hand side of your screen, it will show the fastest time of the session that each respective driver has set. So for reference, you can always peek over at that. So far, fastest lap time in the lobby is King No Skill with a 150.6, and that is a very good time as well. Now, that should be, I would expect to see King kind of fighting lap time with, oh, interesting, okay. Well, the setting did need to be changed to be the accurate setting, the timing of which hopefully didn't ruin anybody's laps if they were on a heater. And he does apologize for the potential inconvenience, if that indeed was the case. Now, luckily for Whiteout, it did seem that even if he had a lightning turn 1, that he wasn't even all the way up Eau Rouge yet, so it wouldn't have ruined too much there. Now, I would expect, as I was saying though, to see King's lap times up and around about where we're seeing them, in the mid 50s or so, 50 flat that is. So, because Alex put up a time of a 50.5, and that's a really solid lap time, and I do expect to see probably King No Skill around there as well. If I had to venture a guess, King No Skill, a very talented, very skilled, and experienced German driver. Greek-German, I should say, as well. So a little bit more Greek representation out here on the grid. As you can tell, this is King No Skill's kind of signature personal livery, this red camo Mercedes, which I am a fan of. And you can see the Greek pattern along the trim on the side of the nose there, the front wing, and down there by the bottom of the side pod. So that's a little personal touch for his Greekness, and of course the Mercedes, alluding to his Germanness. So he's got a very nice personal touches here on this Mercedes livery. Yeah, quite a fan of this livery. I think it's very nice. And here's another livery I have yet to have seen before, never laid my eyes on this. We have a sort of, yeah, Repsol kind of Heineken silver livery. I like these muted kind of satin finish silvers. Let's see what else we got on the grid. It looks like we have another Audi, or no, that's the same Audi. Okay, same Audi as before. Now, of course, Ducky Dono coming with the Red Bull Adidas. We got two of them out here on the track right now, as this is Ducky Dono's signature team, and he is going for a slightly different style in the liveries this season, switching the branding over to Mercedes as well, which is interesting to have Red Bull and Mercedes in the same livery. Nonetheless, I think he makes it work somehow, as he does. And I do think there's probably mixed opinions about the very fluorescent kind of highlighter green yellow he uses, but I've liked this color for a long time, and I think other people are coming around too. It is growing on people, I think. Okay, Illusion updating us that Ducky Dono has completed 2 sessions already. Therefore, if he improves his time in this session, it will not count towards his overall. Oh, now he says he needs to leave. Well then, I don't have the power to kick people out, but interesting. So we have an illegal driver here on the grid. Very naughty, Ducky Dono. Although, we can still take a look at his livery in the form of Tallman, as he's teammate, newly signed driver, taken from the LFO squad, now signed to Red Bull Adidas for this season of racing. The LFO team is, you know, essentially already completed its mission in that sense, in providing a place for drivers to go who don't have a team yet, who can just make sure they have a seat secured on the grid to develop and learn in a team environment, and then hopefully show their skills enough to get picked up by another more well-established team. And that's exactly what happened here before the season even started with Tallman. So congrats on finding yourself a team, and congrats Ducky Dono for finding himself a teammate, hopefully that is a reliable one. Ducky Dono struggling in past seasons with teammate reliability. So it does seem to be an upgrade for both camps in that regard. Win-win situations are always nice and hard to come by here in racing. So that's nice to see. And of course, the last and final livery that we have to take a look at here is Kemazur's HoloLive livery. I do believe this is his sort of off-season testing livery. For those of you not in the know, HoloLive, kind of a VTuber anime sort of brand, and there's all sorts of different characters. And Kemazur, with every one of his liveries, highlights one of those characters in his livery designs. Rekus may be more researched in this department, or has consulted with him to get the actual names of which characters are represented on each livery here. I'm not sure which one this is, but it is a nice livery. I like the darker theme. Kemazur did also reveal his upcoming livery for the season in the GPL server, so if you're a member of the GPL server, you can go ahead and take a look if you have not already. I think it's a very nice design. I like the colors. He's incorporating a bit of a mint and a little pink in there. Reminds me of the EXO palette, which it is different enough though that I don't think it's stepping on it or nothing like that. So I do like that. His mint is looking very nice, and it's the theme of a he just goes off the color palettes of the characters anyways. So, but it's a very nice livery. I do enjoy. Kemazur always has very good liveries, and being that I come from a drift background as well, and doing liveries for drift cars, oftentimes you see a lot of anime liveries, so I've always been a fan of a good anime livery. However, bringing that style over to a Super Formula car and the just kind of shapes and body lines that these cars have, it doesn't always translate the best, but Kemazur does make it work, and it's not often you see a very good anime livery on a Super Formula car. This one doesn't have too many like actual characters on the design itself, but if you've seen his past liveries, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And speaking of drifting, Oh, never mind. I thought I was about to have to sign up. That won't be for about another hour. In an hour or so, I have to sign up for an event in a drift league that I'm doing. So I had to just keep an eye on the time. Oh yes, of course, now that JD Killswitch is back on the track too, we can take a look at this livery here as I wait for him to get back on the track there. And so I actually designed this one. This is a off-season kind of stealth testing livery that we like to do every season. This is the latest version. I try to keep it very minimal, very empty. Just enough EXO branding to know immediately that it's EXO. But yeah, when I saw that all black Ferrari that Cadillac was testing for the upcoming season of Formula One, something about seeing an all black blank Ferrari made me think it's time to do another test livery. So I did it, and it comes in two variations. I have a very glossy piano black, and I have this version here that JD Killswitch is rocking, which is a matte carbon twill. Oh, and we now have our first sub 50 time, and new purple app as well. Whiteout, no surprise there. But the lap time is surprising regardless of if it's expected or not, a 149.8. I think anything below a 50 is absolutely incredible. And if we could give little accolades just for that in and of itself, everyone who has accomplished that is well deserving of one. And now, those in the chat, let me know, how is everybody doing? What are you guys looking forward to? I believe most people in the chat right now are drivers here in the league as well, so do feel free to let me know what your guys' thoughts are so far on pretty much anything you're thinking of as far as like livery designs, how your preparation in the off-season's been going, or what you've been up to in the off-season, or what you're most looking forward to leading up to this season. A couple new tracks on the calendar as well that nobody's ever raced on in an official capacity at least, and so that's going to be interesting, let's say. Yes, indeed, a May JP pointing out the Villeneuve, Circuit de Gilles Villeneuve, however the hell in the French that's pronounced. Gilles Villeneuve. I'm not going to try too hard. Not until I've had my croissant. Then I shall try proper life. You know, I thought I would actually like Canada track a lot more than I do. It's not a bad track by any means, but it's real, I don't know. Something about it is just like, well, damn. This is a track, I guess. I mean, I actually think it's a little better when you're on the track by yourself. When you're on the track with other people too, fighting, that track is not very wide. And when you go into that, especially that first little sequence of corners with the walls real close, oh my god, it narrows up to even more than single file. There's like half a car's width available. It's crazy. Yes, indeed. Kamazur in the chat too. Canada, very tough track. Way tougher than I was predicting. And I like Abu Dhabi way more than I was expecting too. Abu Dhabi is suddenly one of my favorite tracks. Now, it does have some issues, mostly on the programming side of it. I'd say it's Gran Turismo fault, but as far as an actual track itself, it is fantastic. I'm not gonna... Oh, and yeah, Kamazura saying here in the chat that he had the same inspiration to make his black Hololive livery. So we were on the same page there. That Ferrari, Cadillac, whatever the hell they're calling it, that thing was crazy looking on track. It looked very good. It would be crazy to see a black Ferrari even just one time. Or an all-white Ferrari, just as a special one-off. Because anytime Ferrari tries to do a special livery, it just doesn't end up being a special livery. And their base livery, of course, was quite disappointing too. I don't think anyone was a fan of that HP logo placement and prominence and coloring. My goodness. And it's not even that I'm against having a big white block on a Ferrari, because kind of reminiscent of seasons past, the early 2000s, on that kind of shark fin wing, the big Marlboro barcode scan block of white. You know, they've incorporated large amounts of white into the Ferrari liveries before with good effect. I just think it was done with bad effect this time. Now, hopefully, when they incorporate the HP logo this time, it's done a little bit more tastefully, a little more Ferrari looking. Now, let's just kind of take a look at these lap times and check in on how everybody is doing. It does look like the only two people in the top kind of conversation here is Whiteout and King No Skill. Everyone behind that, there is a pretty significant gap. And although a significant gap in general, but fast times nonetheless, we don't want to discount the skill it takes to even, like, the slowest time in this lobby right now is not a bad time overall. Like, if you're comparing to the whole of Gran Turismo and the player base of even people who take this game seriously and race a lot, everybody in here is very good. These are good times. It's just that when you find yourself on the same track with the likes of a Whiteout, Illusion, Comer, Nuco, Whiplash, Vipers, even King No Skills, and people like this, it's humbling. It's very humbling. It'll make you feel bad about yourself. But ultimately, it's a good thing because it shows you what you can do. It shows you where the ceiling is, and that it is possible to get there. And I'm sure Whiplash can testify to that notion as well, as he puts in a lot of time really practicing his craft, and you know, very well known in the greater Gran Turismo community for being very strong on lap times. I mean, just the fact that he beat Viper is ridiculous. Yeah, exactly, there you are. 8,000 hours from Whiplash is what it takes to put in a lap time that is just this much faster than that guy. You know, the margins are this little, but when you're at that level, it actually takes that much extra work to find that small amount of gain. But when you're at this level, it's those tiny 100th here, 100th there, that add up to the 10th of a second that it takes to beat that guy. It's really that intense. And, 3 years indeed. Yeah, 3 years, 8,000 hours from the likes of Whiplash. And, yeah, and I mean, when these guys are practicing, when they're trying to find these lap times, they're even squeezing out, trying to find thousandths of a second from the way that they are applying the throttle in a corner exit, the way they're squeezing the brake as they bring their car towards the apex on the inside curve. Every single little tiny micro action that these guys are doing is to find thousandths and hundredths of a second, so that hopefully, if they do it perfectly, it could add up to a tenth or two of an advantage by the end of the lap. It's very intense. Alex in the chat, of course, immediately starting problems. That's what we like to see. That's what we come to expect from Alex. Good to see you, Alex. Oh, Alex doesn't believe Whiplash because he thinks it's actually more than 8,000 hours. Interesting. You know, there is a debate to be had there. It could go either way. As we know, a lot of time is put in, a lot of practice. And I do just realize as well, I'm staring at a car sitting in the pits. Apologies. It's not like there's much going on the track itself, to be fair, but yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now the chat is getting interesting. And we got 9 viewers live at the moment watching open quali action. Be sure to let us know if you are watching, who you're rooting for, or if you yourself are a driver. Just like what you're thinking. You know, it can be a struggle as is to think of things to say, things to talk about, even just in a race, to try to keep the commentary going. But I can tell you guys, open quali is a different beast. This is like the championship of commentary, because this is very difficult to find anything to talk about here. So Alex rooting for himself, of course, as you should. All the drivers here are definitely going to root for themselves to some degree or another. I will say, I know we have a lot of Europeans here, so I know a lot of NFL fans, but, and I do bring this up most of the time, but it is the first day of the NFL playoffs starting today. So if you guys, Americans or even European fans of American football and the NFL, if you have a team you're rooting for, whether they made it into the playoffs or not, let me know. If you got a team you're rooting for, or if you, like, if there's a team that you're predicting you think is going to go to the Super Bowl, let me know in the chat who is your Super Bowl matchup. I'm curious. Anyone that knows me knows that I am a very big Seahawks fan, always have been. So no matter what the season looks like, I'm gonna back my Seahawks. I know we have a few Americans in here as well. I'm not even gonna mention Whiteout or his favorite team because they are... Alright, fine, it's the 49ers, but don't give them too much of a hard time. Hey, take it easy, JP. Take it easy. But yeah, I do know we have a few Americans. I know Whiplash is a fellow American as well. So Whiplash, I don't know if you are a football fan or if you have a football team you are backing. We got a few Americans. I also know JD Killswitch is a Baltimore Ravens fan. Unfortunately, just missed the playoffs by a handful of feet to the right, with a heartbreaking missed field goal to win the game. And I had a weird feeling you don't watch sports, Whiplash. turn off my notification sounds. Yep, casual viewing experience here. Just trying to give everyone a little bit of screen time here as well. Now that there's not too much going on, but it is very interesting nonetheless as we see the time start to shuffle going up and down. And it does look like these guys have... So keep in mind that this is quali spec that these cars are in as well, so they have 10 liters of initial fuel when they come out of the pits to start their handful of lap attempts. So that means maximum you probably have about 4 laps to do, including your out lap, which of course does not count for your timed lap. So realistically, you have about 2 or 3 good attempts worth every time you come out of the pits. Then you need to come back into the pits, get new fuel, new tires, all that. Now the tire wear is set to ×1, so tire wear is not going to be a huge factor here. But the fact that tire wear is enabled and on does change the way the cars feel a little bit. I do believe, I'm not 100% certain on this, but I'm very sure, just based on my own driving and stuff, that tire wear ×1 versus disabled makes a very large difference in the way that these tires behave. I'm not sure what exactly it is about it, but especially in time trials, I've noticed for the people here who do time trials as well as practice in online lobbies, you'll notice online lobbies, even if the conditions are identical, for some reason online lobbies are always, I feel, a little bit slower. When I'm in a time trial offline, I can always set a little bit of a faster lap time, and with no tire wear, no fuel weight, the car just behaves way more accurate and predictable to my inputs, which of course, it's more realistic that there's so many factors happening with every little pebble on the track, the little fiber of the tire not being perfectly equal in real life, that you wouldn't expect it to be extremely predictable and consistent lap after lap after lap like it is in offline time trials. There is King for the request in chat who wants to see King No Skills perspective here. We will, in fact, let's go on board. Got a nice little halo cam. I do like this camera a lot. It actually, I think, does a better job of showing you the sensation of speed. JD Killswitch seeming to have set his lap time and leaving. I wonder if hopefully his lap time was noted. I do know he set a very low 53. I think it was a 53.1. Those of you in voice chat with JD Killswitch can help me to confirm that his lap time was what it was. Hopefully his lap time was noted and recorded before he left, unless he plans on rejoining, I'm not sure. You guys in the chat, like me, JP, who's in party with him, I believe, can let me know what the deal is there, so I can let the people know. But yes, we are on board now with a hot lap here from King. So Alex wondering, thinking King may have just beat him. Now... okay, yes, and people did hear my phone notification. But I turned it off, no worries. Yeah, okay, good. So it was recorded. I don't know if you got all 3 of the decimal places, but it was indeed a 53.1 from JD Killswitch. Not sure if he is coming back for the remainder of the session or if he is satisfied with his lap time and that is session complete for JD Killswitch. Now, I'm going to look at the timetables from that was updated from the earlier session today. And let's see. So the exact lap time Alex set, exactly what I thought too. So Alex, you will be very happy to hear that despite both being at a 50.5, that you are still ahead. You have a a 1 minute 50.555. King now at a 150.594. So only just a few hundredths of a second is currently separating, King No Skill and Alex. King No Skill getting a little bit too much of the green stuff there on the exit. That is a tricky one. And another little bit of a drift there. A little too eager on the throttle application, it seems, as he's also picking himself up a track limit penalty. And that is this lap done and dusted as far as its competitive chances. Now, it does look like he's just going to carry this penalty through the lap. Use this essentially as an additional outlap. Depending on where you pick up the penalty, it makes sense to just stay on the track. If you pick up a penalty too close to the line, and you would have to do an additional lap to then set your to serve your penalty on the next lap, it's usually more worth it to just go into the pits right then and there and try again. But it does look like King does opt to just try again anyways. He is now in the pits, potentially making some adjustments to the car, as he is not jumping straight back out. I stand corrected, he is jumping straight back out. Now, also keep in mind, a lot of these guys are in between their laps. They go back to the pits. They can be working on their cars. It is totally open tuning. Every aspect of this car you can make adjustments to, whether that be the suspension, the ride height, the frequency of the suspension, your differential settings, your wing levels, your gearbox, turbo, lag, strength, all that. By the way, quick recommendation to everyone, it is use strong for your anti-lag if you don't, by the way. That one's not too much up for interpretation. Strong anti-lag is generally seen as better, although it doesn't really make a noticeable difference either way. Just thought I'd give free advice out there. So, Sequema, I do see Sequema in the chat. Sequema, a past racer from a couple of seasons ago. I think last season as well. He was fighting for the SWT Championship a few seasons back and then made the move up to WEC, where he was racing for Team Mugen alongside, who was it, BP, I think? Or no, it wasn't BP. It was another French driver, though, was his teammate. I do remember that. And Sequema, just so you know, if you are in the GPL Discord server, I do believe you have to register first if you want to come and set your open quali time. So just make sure you also register yourself as a driver in that Discord server. I'm sure you will know where to find it. If you don't, you can let me know and I will send you a DM with a link to it. Okay, so King No Skill looks like he's setting up a very slow bus stop chicane there. Just set up a very straight exit line, potentially, I think is what he was doing. Tall man coming out of pits just as he starts his hot lap. Yo. The chat's going crazy now. I gotta actually pull it all the way up on my phone here. Oh, I did forget about that. You know what? I can do that, in fact. Let's bring in a co-commentator for the time being, just to make it a little more interesting here. And you know what? Wait, where is he? Now, the first guy that I will invite in here to just give a little bit of extra vocal contributions and lend an eye to what we're seeing out here, maybe give some additional insight, is the driver ASJ. I picked him first out of the little group of people I could have brought in because he does, as you will notice when he joins, if he joins, he is a very nice commentator voice. Yeah, there he is. Welcome, welcome, ASJ. I need to adjust my audio now. There we are. Indeed. Yeah, some of these liveries looking very, very good. You weren't on track today, were you? Okay, in the earlier session? Indeed. And so, with that LFO livery, were you running the pink today, or were you running that fiery red-orange? Oh, indeed. So this has been kind of a controversial topic, is what color is the LFO car going to actually show up in? And you and me kind of were leaning towards thinking, yeah, the reddish orange kind of nice, but then when we put it up to a vote to other people, the other people are leaning towards the pink, it seems. Oh, it seems you're muted. I even warned you about this. Okay. Well, let me just see real quick. Maybe it's something I did. Oh, weird. Party settings, voice chat settings. Share your voice allow. You got that one, the share your voice to allow? So that one is... King is going quick indeed. Alex noticing... Oh, and it has been done. Another 50.5, but this time the 50.5 was enough to beat Alex. With that 50.555, we now have 55 or 50.539. Alex, you've been demoted. Excellent. And so we'll try to get Sequema a little link as well here. And as you are, guys in the chat, let me know if you can hear ASJ yet or not. Because you think we're messing around with settings, hopefully. Let me know if anyone can hear him now. Perhaps. Is not working, according to the man himself. Alright then. I'm kicking you out. Get out! Well, alright. Indeed, thanks for trying at least. Thanks for showing up. Alright, we'll give May JP a try then and see how. Ladies and gentlemen, that was ASJ. Let me know how he did. Just kidding. I'll give AJP a little invite real quick when he joins. Also, let me know really quick, guys, if you can hear him or not. If not, then I'll give him the old kick treatment as well. We're kicking everybody out. King No Skill now in the chat. Very good lap from you, King No Skill. You have beat Alex, which of course must have been your true goal and aim for that lap today. So very good, King. King No Skill. German on German violence. Okay. Now we got interesting dialogues going on in the chat. We might have to build a new Berlin Wall for you two, huh? instigators and enablers in the chat all around. I like it. Very good. You see, we got to get the drama going early. If we get the drama started in preseason, then we'll have plenty of spicy tea that we can then cover in our own little GPL version of Drive to Survive. I'm already in talks with Netflix, so let's get it done, guys. Now, Whiteout still, I believe, with an improved time, still a 49.8, but an improved 49.8. Let's see exactly where this would put him, because I know that it's very, very, very close up there at the top of the timing sheets. Now, okay, so this lap time would be good enough for P3, just demoting Viper. So Viper's lap time currently in P3 with a 149.848. Whiteout's being just about 300ths faster, 149.811. The only two people who have managed to set a lap time faster than that is Whiplash and Comer. Whiplash with a 149.752 and Comer with a 149.602. Very tight margins indeed. Now, Viper, it does see here right, listed. Oh, well, hello.
Hello. I had to turn on the specific setting.
I knew you did something wrong.
Well, thank you.
I knew it couldn't have been me. Welcome back, yep. ASJ, fresh from being kicked, and he is back. Now, let me know in the chat if you can now hear ASJ, as he seems to have found the issue there.
Should go there. Fingers crossed. Right, so you were asking about the LFO then, weren't you?
Indeed.
Okay, so with the LFO, we are going to be running pink most likely. Both seem to be more majority pink, which, as much as it's a shame for me, I prefer the orange.
Indeed.
It's what people want, and plus it also stands out, so it's good to have something there. It's pretty good.
It is indeed. Well, now you're very quiet, guys. Let me know if you can hear him fine. But yeah, I agree, and the main point, of course, was that there's a lot of blue cars on the grid this season. There generally is anyways, but this season in particular, lots of blue cars. And so we did have that idea just to break up the colors on the grid. Very nice. When I look at a grid on that starting line, I want to see a big bag of Skittles out there. A bunch of different colors and stuff going on all over the palette spectrum. I like that. And so, very good on you. Take it upon yourself to help break up the colors on the grid.
Yeah. I mean, with the help of the people in the LFO server and stuff, 3 people. Okay. Wasn't many people, but better than nothing. I think I was sadly the only one. But yeah, with, as you say, most of the blue cars, I think it's really nice how we're getting the colours, because I mean, red is also fun and stuff, but at the moment we don't have these cars out there using them. I'd like to see them using them. I don't know. But with the likes of RBA, I'm loving the green. It's so nice, it stands out, it's bright. It blinds me a little bit. Really, really nice.
It does indeed. That blindingness could be a tactical advantage when you're on track. So potentially they're thinking ahead.
Maybe all the first between not the entire time.
Indeed.
Oh.
I am having a real hard time hearing you though. Everyone else, do let me know if you are hearing him okay or if it's just me who's having a hard time hearing ASJ. But at least you are audible to some degree now. It's better than nothing.
How is it now?
That's a little
better.
It is, yeah.
Okay. I think we should keep it on, as long as you can hear me.
Yeah, for sure. I can hear you quite well. And so there is breaking news announcement. Pink car coming to the grid. Team LFO. So we'll make sure to put all the tweets out there. It's official now.
Sadly, I don't want to or X, whatever you call it. I don't think I'll be able to. I'll get Rekkas to do it, it's fine. He does most of the things, doesn't he? So.
Indeed.
I think I still need to get pictures of the car as well.
So Alex is asking WEC or SWT, and it all just depends on where the divisions, where the drivers end up. Because so far, I believe you are the only driver still signed to LFO at the moment, right?
As far as I'm aware, yeah. Right.
Okay then. So where LFO ends up, basically then to answer the chat, would just be determined on where ASJ here ends up in which division. So whichever division will probably be where the LFO team ends up. If there is interest or there's enough drivers who, my understanding from hearing what Rekkas was saying about it, if there's enough drivers who need a team in either division, that they could bring the LFO squad to provide that lineup and team environment for remaining drivers. So just to let everyone out there know that. And Alex in the chat, yes, ASJ has set a lap time. The lap time that he currently has is actually quite a good lap time, currently P7 with a 151.8.
I didn't think I was that high up. Okay. Well,
it's quite a good lap time, actually beating Pixel, just ahead of Pixel. As we know, Pixel is a very good, very solid driver.
Knowing Pixel, you'll most likely go quicker than me, because it was his first session today, if I'm not mistaken.
It was indeed. Now that is a caveat, we will put that out there, that Pixel was very unpracticed when he joined this one. He should be more practiced for the second session he puts in, and Pixel usually has a habit of finding some extra time. Alex looks like he's planning on another session as well to reclaim his spot that was so narrowly stolen from him by his German compatriot.
I think Alex has nothing to worry about, you know? I mean, you're way quicker than me. So, I mean, LFO might be coming for you. Depends if we find a faster driver than me. Or we'll see. I hope we do. It'd be nice to see us in work. That's if I don't get into work.
Definitely. So, as Kamazur, the host of today's open qualifying lobby, has just announced, only 15 minutes left to go in this qualifying session until it is all done and dusted. Everyone's lap times are then locked in, and they will go into the updated timetables that we will be taking a look at. And tomorrow, do keep in mind, tomorrow there will be more sessions, 2 more sessions for the final ones tomorrow. Now, based on how many people who are registered versus how many people have set open quali laps, and there are a few people showing interest kind of last second, there may be an additional open quali session or 2 that are opened up just to get those last handful of people in. But once it is over, it is over. The deadlines are the deadlines this season. It is going to be a little more strict with the deadlines. And so make sure everybody get registered, get your qualifying laps in if you plan on participating this season. It will be very important. And also, yeah, go ahead.
So, I'm going to ask you actually, you know how there's a potential to be a 3rd division?
Oh, yeah.
What's your opinion on it? Do you think it'll be a good thing, or do you think too many things going on at once?
No, I think it's a good thing if there's enough people. You know, usually I think the initial interest usually shows we could potentially need a 3rd division if everyone wants to get on the grid. And it's a good place so that the people who didn't quite make the normal 2 tiers still have a chance to get on track and develop their skills and have race experience with in a more organized format and learn from the people who are in the higher division. But ultimately, I think it's kind of borderline if there's going to be enough people for a true 3rd division, or if it's just going to be a few additional stragglers. And so I'm not I'm not too sure if we actually will see a third division, but it's close. And those who may or may not make it, those who may or may not be on a team, you know, just keep your head down, keep your lap times, keep working on it, because there will be opportunities that will come your way. There will be teams looking for drivers and stuff like that. So opportunities will come your way. You just got to keep working on it. And I will mention too, because Comer mentioned that he saw that Whiteout was doing 2 outlaps, wondering if that was for tires, potentially getting the tires into a more optimal temperature window before actually launching his flying lap attempt. I think it probably more has to do with the fuel weight. So he's just burning off, even though he starts off with only 10 liters of fuel, probably burning off as much as he can so that when he sets that lap, he only has 3-4 liters of fuel. And it might not make a big difference, but when you're Whiteout and you're fighting for the top time, and the top times are looking like what they're looking like, you might need to save a few extra little grams here or there from a few liters of fuel weight, a few extra degrees of temperature in your tires. It could all contribute to a few hundredths here, a few hundredths there. These are the margins they're finding.
Watching, like, say, Whiteout, Comer, and Whiplash setting 149s. Here I am setting 51s. It just is unbelievable to see how quick you can go. You don't expect it.
It really is unbelievable. But when you're out there and you put in a sub 52 time, and that is an impressive time, like, wow, that's a strong time, and you feel it. I feel like when I'm really putting it together, I feel like, okay, for sure, there's some skill like gaps. If I were really perfect, I know there's some places I could find additional time and improve my lap times. But for the life of me, I cannot even comprehend how they're finding that much more time.
Like 2 seconds difference.
It doesn't seem like there's that much on the table, but there is.
Exactly. They'll get it through probably one corner that you think you can do fantastically, and yet you're not doing it as well as they are. You don't realise it. It's just so crazy to think that about 2 seconds quicker. And, like, you know, likes a P7, which is what I'm just surprised, like, Comer's even going as quick as he did. I think he set 49.6. Maybe a little bit slow, I don't remember. He is quick. If he was to actually take part full time, I think it could be really interesting to see him to actually take part properly.
Absolutely, and Spa is a bit of a specialty track for Comer, but he is a threat absolutely everywhere, and I am very excited to see if he does indeed join up this season and can be a solid participant attendance-wise throughout, that he is definitely going to be a driver to watch out for, potentially challenging for the championship as well.
It's mind-blowing how quick these people are, honestly. Wish I could be.
Absolutely.
Always scary to see, like, Ducky or Flair and Gases getting closer and closer to my... Oh, King's gone round. Oh, Christ. Anyway, it's scary to see how they get closer and closer. I'm starting to worry about my own lap times. I don't know if they're not going to go as quick, or with, say, Pixel, for example. Him getting 151, what was it, 151.9s, as you said. That was concerning.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I bet after about maybe a day or two, he's definitely going to find that time. No
Absolutely.
He's definitely going to find it.
We do expect to see Pixel beating that lap time. If I had to make a prediction, I could see Pixel breaking into the high 50s even if he really puts it together. And I know that's a whole second improvement, so maybe we won't quite see that in the short amount of time he has to improve. But I think that if he had maximum time, he really focused on it, I think he's capable, based on the other times I'm seeing and where I know he kind of ends up in the pecking order pace-wise with these guys. I think I could see him setting a 50.9 or a 51 flat, something in that range.
I think with that, he defo can. I mean, he's been quick for as long as I've been watching him, you know, especially when in LMP as well, he was really quick at there. And then like I think I watched a few races back, just watching him. He's got that potential to definitely get that 50.9 because he's always been quick, as it seems, and you'll just find it. I think it's just a lack of practice, especially because it's pre-quali as well. When it comes to actual quality, say of this race, I bet you will find it definitely.
Absolutely.
With the more practice.
And one thing that's always impressed us about Pixel as well is just that he's improving in a manner that is quiet and consistent, and it's just, there's always an improvement there. When you think you're finally maybe found some step that could catch up to him, he just maintains his gap. He's just always improving as well. Throughout season after season, he's just gotten better and better, more consistent as well. When we initially came across Pixel, those of you that are familiar with FGT back in the day, of course, a now very dead league, but once very thriving as well. A lot of top talent here in GPL was participating in off seasons and stuff over there at FGT. When we came across Pixel, he was in the SF2 tier of FGT, which is like several steps down of a league from GPL, and he was in the second tier of that league. And ever since we came across him there, and he was a solid driver there, you can kind of just tell when you see a driver that, like, even if the lap times aren't there yet, okay, this guy has it. Like, I can just kind of tell. And ever since then, now we can see that he was teammates with Illusion last season, a top driver fighting for a championship throughout the whole season. He was holding his own, getting, you know, top of the midfield, best of the rest type results throughout the entire season very consistently. So expect to see something similar this season from Yuki, who is not on track right now, but we do expect to see him again probably in the closing sessions tomorrow.
I wonder if Torman will actually get that 52.5 that I know he can get as well. I bet he can. And I think, especially with how much, you know, he's improved, not just saying this because, you know, I'm good mates with him. Watching him drive for as long as I have now, he has got so much better over the time. And the same with, say, MayJP and, you know, all that. MayJP's always been good for me. I'll face that, but seeing how much quicker he's got, he's getting really, really quick, most definitely. But then Tallman as well, like in LMP, yeah, he like sometimes might not have shown his pace. It doesn't sound horrible, it might not have shown.
Yeah.
But when it's come to this now, Super Formula, it's really bringing out his like true pace. He's genuinely really quick now. Like 52.6s or 52.5. I don't know if it's been updated or not because I'm only late to the lobby. It's impressive that he's come this far and actually set those type of lap times now as well. Because say if it was only a few months ago that this season was going to start, things might have played out a bit differently. So I think he's definitely someone to look out for when it comes to the season. And if he's in SWT, definitely look out for him. Could definitely be up there at some point.
Absolutely. Yeah, and it's the guys who are improving at a really steady and fast rate that you gotta look out for, because you never know. You don't want to underestimate anyone in this league. If they've made it this far, they have the potential to go even farther, because you don't start out good enough to be in GPL, even in SWT. You just don't start out that way. It takes work. Even natural talent probably can't just get you here off rip. You gotta really, really work at it. And yeah, you British guys in particular, that you and MayJP and Tallman putting in very consistent practice all the time, practicing with each other, improving, and that's what it's all about, you know. And just having a little friend group where you can all race against each other too. What's it called? The high tide raises all boats. I think that's how the saying goes.
I'll take your word for it. I'm not very knowledgeable.
I'm not sure. I come from the school of George W. Bush when it comes to reciting phrases, figures of speech and stuff, so fool me once,
I'm just so glad to see
you can't fool me again.
I'm glad to see that, you know, My friends are getting quicker, everyone else is as well. It's making things very interesting. Like, as you say before, you don't instantly, like, you've got to work your way through the GPL. You're not just whatever, you're not just straight into it. Oh yeah, it's, you work your way through it. Like with Tom in LMP, he was going against, say, Illusion, whatever. Yeah, he may not have been up there, but he was definitely eking out some points or had the ability to. You know, he had that base. And then now seeing how much more pace he has now, because he's been working on it, it's impressive to see. And that's the same with, say, JP as well, because, I mean, his LMP run was great, don't get me wrong. It definitely wasn't as good at the start as it was near the end, but after that, he got his podium. You know, he consistently finished pretty well. I think, you know, both of them are amazing. Not just saying like I'm friends with them, like, they're both great. And so is everyone else who's been working that hard to get quicker. I don't really know anyone else more because obviously I'm fairly new to this. I'm fairly new to GPL. So.
Right, and I will say, someone I've noticed, a couple people I've noticed that have made huge improvements from like the before last season, throughout last season, up to this point right now, would be Kemazur, who has always been very solid, very like, he's one of the benchmarks for me because he's always just been so consistent. You expect him to be where he is. But lately he's taken a step up, and there's random races where he's just on it and is fighting for the win. And I'm like, oh, well now I gotta deal with this too, because you know, when I'm preparing for who I gotta be a challenge, just like sometimes I'm not preparing for him to be right there in particular. And then lately, last handful of races from last season, he was right there. And I was like, oh damn, okay. So Kemazur has taken a noticeable step up, and my DRL teammate Jay Schultze has also taken a very large step throughout this off season and in DRL. Because I always felt like I had kind of the measure of him. I had just a little step above him. When we were practicing for Spa last night, he was better than me, and I'm like, well, damn. And he's just. Yeah, and he's one of the, like, for some reason you just don't expect it because he's been so consistent that you expect him to be where he is, and then suddenly he's just on that next step out of nowhere, and it's like, well, damn. So even amongst the drivers that you guys are familiar with, we got to keep an extra close eye on this season in chat, because I really don't know where everyone's going to be pace-wise. Even the people I'm familiar with, I really don't know this year.
I think this is definitely going to be one of the best seasons by Dave currently in GP. After watching some previous races, they're not bad obviously, they're great, but this is going to be interesting. We've got so many new people, so much more potential. There'll be a lot more fights than we did realise, you know. Championship could be playing out differently.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, just the fact that Whiteout is returning alone, like, let alone the fact that he's returning with King No Skill as his teammate, like, goodness gracious. And then the fact that Viper is joining Foxhound and Whiplash, double goodness gracious. And Flaring Aces, who has been Nuco's teammate for as long as I could ever remember being in this league, not going to be his teammate this season. So we don't even know who the number 2 at Toyota is going to be, assuming Nuco's still going to be there at the number 1 spot in Toyota. We don't even know. Like, it's a complete question mark for Nuco and the reigning champions team. But then the team champions team at EXO with Illusion, we also don't really know what's going on there. Is it going to be enough, given the influx and surge of competition that is joining the league this season? The storylines are already developing, and we haven't even hit the track yet. And that's what you like to see. It's a perfect foundation for an exciting championship. And as the time is coming to an end in this session too, we've got a few minutes left, I do want to make sure everybody that is here, if you have not already, make sure you are subscribed to this YouTube channel, as this is where we will be live streaming all season long. You won't miss a single race or qualifying session all season long. this is where we will be. So make sure you subscribe here to this YouTube channel and follow us on Instagram at Grand Prestige League, because we will be posting like the timetables, the open quali, the everything that you need to know information-wise, race briefings even. You will be in the know and know exactly what to expect and look out for when you join our live streams, if you're also following us on that Instagram at Grand Prestige League.
What a quali session that was.
Wow. Oh, so it does look like it is over now, so these times are locked in. No more improvements can be made. All of the times you see on the left-hand side of your screen there are the times for the session. Oh, and it does look like JD Killswitch did improve, in fact, when he returned. Now he is broken into the 52s with a very solid 52.7.
From having that lack of confidence to even break into a 52, at least 3 attempts into him.
And there's
very
my
good
alarm to sign up for a drift league. So I have to keep my eye on that too. But yes, quite.
Ducky's still on the lap?
Ducky is still. Maybe he was. Yeah, perhaps. Oh, where did I put my controller? Oh, I lost my controller. I can't look at his lap. You might be finishing a lap. Oh, there it is.
A 52-1. Storming
52-1. Yeah, that's a good lap indeed then.
Is that an improvement, you reckon? Wow.
Very impressive from Ducky Dono.
Wow.
And Ducky Dono, we didn't give him too much credit as far as him being an improved driver, but he is always strong. Like, especially in SWT, he's always, every race, he's a threat for a podium. He's just super consistent, super solid, and lots of experience.
I mean, yeah, definitely can learn a thing or two from him as well. Luckily with Tom and he's his teammate, so definitely going to get a bit of knowledge from him somewhere. It's good to see they're quite close as well on times. Only about 4 attempts apart as well, which may not seem like it is quite a big distance, but I mean, seeing how Tallman's improving, that's definitely going to get closer and closer as they both improve.
Oh yeah, from the likes of Ducky, I would expect that the gap might even be bigger than that, because Ducky, like we're saying, is one of the top people.
Oh yeah.
Every time he finds himself in the second class, he's one of the top guys. And depending on where the splits are, capable of the top class.
I'd like to see Ducky in top class, but you know, I don't know. That might mean I'm in it. I'm worried for Deep Forest because I know Ducky's really quick around there, so that might be something to look out for.
Indeed. I'm just taking a look at the chat here. Yeah, I won't be drifting in an SF23. I was doing that last night when I was practicing a little bit, but not on purpose. It was that very aggressive wing balance I was trying out, and it was not kind to me. We'll put it that way. I was drifting.
Ducky's time doesn't count today, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that again. Yeah, so Ducky Dono has set 2 out of 2 of his sessions before he joined this, so it will not count. And yes, indeed. So very good session from everybody involved here.
Well, now, thank you for having me. I'll just say that.
Yeah, of course. And so we are here too with ASJ for the first time in the booth. Just figured I'd bring him in and get some additional insight for you guys. And yeah, so thank you very much for everyone who participated in the chat with us. Make sure you come back tomorrow. There will be 2 more sessions tomorrow, and they will be the final sessions of open qualifying before we then decide who goes to what division. There also might be some preseason evaluation races to further kind of help cement and decide. And if that does happen, that's free entertainment for you guys in the audience, so we'll make sure to bring that to you with live stream and commentary as we do. So you're going to not want to miss any of that. Free entertainment for everybody. Anyways, thank you very much. This has been B23. Alongside me is ASJ. We will be back tomorrow.